What's up, positive thinkers? Thank you guys for coming back to my channel again. I appreciate the love. So we are going to be doing another reaction video, yes, with Blue Therapy episode 5. So if you haven't seen 1, 2, 3, and 4, you need to go watch those and then come back and watch my reaction with episode 5. We could watch it together. You could get some food, some snackadoodles, whatever. Your choice, you know, and watch the video. I have my snack. I hope you have yours. And let's get this video started. Come on, come on, come on. I'm excited. Okay.
After our last session in therapy, Chomo hasn't come back home. I have no idea what that's about. That's not normal to me. But obviously, I'll blame the therapy because, as I knew, this whole therapy thing was full of crap anyway. But at the same time, you know, coming here today, I'm here alone. But I do hope that she turns up. We'll just have to see.
Since the last session, well, I went home. And on our way home, I don't think there was no remorse from Paul. And I kind of just deeped that he doesn't rate me. I don't really feel like there's love there. Why am I actually fighting for this relationship? And I'm doing it alone. So yeah, I went home, I packed up my stuff and I went to my sister's. I just didn't feel like I needed to be in the same space with him.
Is that a trick question?
Not at all. I'm just wondering how your week's been.
Okay. How do you think?
Presumably, the successful man that I met last week had a very successful week. Hi.
Oh, jeez, hi.
Hi.
Sorry about that.
I'm saying hi to you.
Hi.
Okay, did you manage to fill in the little questionnaires I gave you to go home with, the homework I gave you last week?
I did, yeah.
And what about you, Paul?
I did.
Great. There seems to be a little bit of
Tension.
angst between the two of you. Did you spend any time together last week, you know, working on what we were talking about?
Hello.
Sorry. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. You have spent time together over the last week?
I've been at my sister's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And what was the reason for that?
To be honest, I just feel like maybe the last session didn't go as I wanted it to. Paul was giving me bad vibes, and there's just a few things that I think I've kind of reached my breaking point, you know? We're here for a reason, and if this doesn't work, then I have nothing else to kind of fall back on. So for me, it was, I couldn't go back home, no.
Okay. And how did that make you feel, Paul?
Well, to be fair, I feel like it was her idea to come here. When I'm upset, she complains that I storm off and have a tantrum, throw my toys out the pram, if you like. But that's kind of what she just done.
Okay.
I didn't do that. I mean, I didn't storm off. I don't remember, but I don't think I stormed off.
Okay, so what actually happened
She
when you
didn't come
left
home.
here?
She didn't come home. That's what happened.
Okay.
I needed peace. I think sometimes I would rather choose peace over war, you know? I still came today, so, you know, it says a lot, doesn't it?
War. So that's a strong word, you know.
Interesting, actually. Why did you use the word war?
It's a constant battle at home. He doesn't, if I put it simply, he doesn't listen. So if I'm complaining about something and he's not listening.
Okay, so we're going back to that. Are you both on the same page?
I would like to move forward, but clearly Paul doesn't want to.
Do you want to move forward, Paul?
Of course, I'm here. I got here before you. I think I want to move forward more than you do. I got here first.
I definitely
Wow.
need an apology from
got there before
Choma
her.
because at the end of the day, she hasn't been home. She's not responding to the messages, not responding to the calls. but she's posting on social media. It's a very, very big disrespect, and I need a very big apology because she's taking the piss.
Why don't we find out how the exercise went that I sent you home with? So, in answer to the question, what is it, the 5 things that you have done for each other over recent weeks?
You can go first.
Ladies first.
Okay. Who would like to go first?
Ladies first.
I don't mind which one of you goes first.
That's not, I'm a gentleman. Ladies first.
I'm telling you to go first.
Well, would you recommend that she should tell me what to do, or should we...
So you're doing this again?
No, I'm just asking. Because obviously you haven't been home in a week. You haven't really said what's going on. You haven't apologised. So...
Okay, so what was it again? To
the 5 things that you appreciate about each other.
Okay, well, I appreciate the fact that Paul is my protector. He's also a good provider and a good leader. He is family orientated. He has his head screwed on, of course. And he can be occasionally, let's just say when we started dating, he was very caring and loving, and I love that about him. I love that he can be like that. I don't really understand what's changed, but he can be such a lovely person, and like, I know this isn't him. So I'm trying to fight for the Paul I once knew, the Paul I love. I don't want to just give up.
Okay, and Paul, 5 things you appreciate?
Okay. I could name a million, right? But, you know, to answer your question, I feel like Choma is, she's like a best friend to me. When we first started dating, literally, we'll do everything together. Like, we used to finish each other's sentences. Do you understand? And, you know, apart from that, one of the reasons which she's actually mentioned why I fell in love with her is food. Like, obviously, no, I don't, because my diet's changed, fair enough. But at the same time, in terms of, like, on a day that I would want a cheat meal or, you know, okay, look, in terms of food tasting nice, my girlfriend, best, hands down.
I mean, just give her the compliment.
I'd say that she's very caring, she's very considerate, she's very loving, she's very driven, she's very passionate. And I feel like, you know, she motivates me. Like,
I'm just listening, because this is the nicest you've been for the ride, isn't it?
No, you've never asked me.
If foot a swing.
Okay, well, let's not ruin it. Go on.
She's my love. She's my love. I'm not gonna lie, and I do see a future with Choma. I plan to take things to the next level because I see that potential in her. Like, she tries for me. She's been there. She's riding for me. I definitely feel like I could make this work.
You made me feel sweet. Therapy's been interesting. Like, going by yourself is one thing, but going with your partner is a total different experience. I never really expected this, honestly, but I'm here now. I'm on time as well, so.
The first session, I wasn't too happy with it, especially with the whole sister thing, but I'm hoping that this session is much better. I'm hoping that we can actually come to a solution and move forward in our relationship.
So let's spend some time.
Everything's been pretty calm, has it?
I mean, I guess we're still working through, you know, the things that we discussed previously, but yeah, we're trying to move forward, I guess.
Now, moving forward, is there anything you want to, like, talk about initially today?
Yeah.
Jamal, it would be quite nice if you started the proceedings off
yes,
today.
Could you fix it here?
Most certainly. I feel like this session is definitely needed. Even though we've had a great week, but I feel like there's still bits and bobs that need to kind of be ironed out in our relationship.
Anything in particular?
I'm getting to a point where I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting tired.
Of what?
I'm getting tired of her just popping up on me just randomly. And where I'm saying popping up on me, I'm talking about in my studio, at my mum's house, even at my friend's house. I'm just thinking, okay, we get it. You got my location. I've given you my location. That should be enough to satisfy your curiosity and your anxiety. That should be enough to kind of, should be enough for you to just trust me, really and truly. But popping up at my friend's house, I think that was the last straw for me.
Right.
Popping up at your friend's house?
Yeah, popping up.
I wouldn't necessarily call it popping up, Denise. I think, you know, I'm interested in what Jamel does on a daily, and you know, I wouldn't say popping up, I would say more of visiting and checking in.
Visiting. So you can just, okay. I question that. I question your intentions behind that, if I'm going to be honest. I feel like it comes in just being a bit invasive and just, you always just want to check up on me like I'm a kid. Like, I'm not a kid.
I think maybe coming off as invasive, but Jamel is not particularly trustworthy, and this is obviously something that we've been discussing throughout the session, and it's something that we have to work on as a couple. For me personally, I'm not the type of person that just sits down, and if I feel like something's going on, I'm definitely going to chase, I'm definitely going to look up and search and find out what's going on, and that's why you find me popping up, because I feel like, Jamel, you're hiding something.
Like, Deborah always pops up on me just randomly. I just find that mad strange. Like, if it's not popping up on me, then it's checking my social activity, but it's a bit controlling. I don't understand it. It's a bit weird. Like, I've got a life, and I think, honestly, it just seems like she hasn't got time to do other things apart from just checking up on me.
How are things going with the telephone scenario?
Telephone?
Do you want to tell her what happened this week, or should I?
Just go for it, since you just want to control everything.
So, in regards to the phone situation, we're still having issues. Jamel still has his phone to his chest. This week, Jamel has made a new friend called Christina.
It's not.
So Clubhouse friends, right?
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, so he said that they're Clubhouse friends. And for me, I've seen Christina messaging him this week, especially. She messaged him, at like 1 a.m. in the morning. And what made me, feel a bit uncomfortable and look into it is the fact that to read the message alone, he had to leave the room.
Wait, I left the room? I did not leave the room.
You did leave the room. What are you going to say? What, you going to the toilet? No. That's the sort of cheeky thing that he said, I was going to the loo. It's not that serious.
Yeah, that'd be obvious, but I wouldn't say I just left the room. It was not clever.
You left the room to read the text message.
That's what you think.
Okay, so who's Christina?
Okay, let's explain who Christina is. Christina, okay, yes, I met her at Clubhouse, correct. Cool, but we do something called Moderation TV. That's like a game show that we do on Clubhouse. It's pretty fun. She's one of the members on my team. And I've explained to Deborah, like, Christina's it's platonic, and we're just cool. Like, we talk about stuff regarding Clubhouse, how we're gonna run the show, what's next planned, what's planned after Clubhouse when lockdown's officially over and stuff like that.
Are you comfortable with her contacting you at that time of the evening?
No.
To be fair, I don't really pay attention to in terms of the time. I feel like with coronavirus and stuff like that, I don't really pay attention to time. When you just text me, you just text me. Like, it just is what it is.
Jamel is very secretive.
Very.
I think defensive. Definitely defensive. When I asked him about Christina, he automatically started yelling, started saying, "Oh, you're always in my business." That's the sort of things that Jamel says to me and when I ask about certain girls that I feel like are overstepping their boundaries. If it was if you guys are talking business, for me, it's 9 p.m. That's the last time any contact.
You can make money 24 hours a day. What's your business?
Regardless of the fact. I don't like the fact that she's messaging you at 1 a.m. in the morning. It's too comfortable. So I'm going to ask you again, who is Christina?
I've just told you, Christina is just a friend. She's even a workmate, even if you want to call it that. Honestly, like, just look over that situation. Like, Christina's...
Have you met Christina?
No, I've not met Christina.
So why is she so comfortable to message you and call your phone?
It's Clubhouse.
And then why are you not comfortable to answer the phone calls in front of me?
That's not a problem.
I don't like the fact that he doesn't answer the phone calls in front of me, Denise. We're still having issues with the phone. Like, sometimes I actually just want to smash the phone.
Smash whose phone?
I just want to smash the phone because you don't come off your phone. It's a problem. I find it very strange how a woman can message somebody that's in a relationship at 1 a.m. in the morning. The last time I had a male message me quite late, maybe like 11 p.m., Jamel almost turned over the room. So, no, I don't want any female messaging him. No Christina, no Becky messaging him at 1 a.m. in the morning.
No Becky.
Well, it seems like the homework worked from that question. How did you get on with what have you done for each other lately?
Well, I mean, I haven't been home. So
there's...
aside from that, like he said, I do run in baths and give him massages and stuff and, you know, help if he needs work done. Yeah.
No more?
Lately.
As in, you know, it doesn't have to be last week, it can be over the last month.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Paul?
Sure, so, you know, if I could go back to the couples review that we have every 28 days, literally I make sure that all of her goals and targets, I face them head on. So sometimes if she hasn't followed up on certain phone calls in terms of business that she's trying to chase, I'll be there, you know, babe, have you done this? Okay, can I make this call for you? And sometimes when she has shortfalls with some things that she's trying to pursue, whether it be business-wise, career-wise, I'm there to kind of say, okay, look, if that lane doesn't work, let me call someone I know, or let me try to push things in my way in order. Is that a train?
I disagree with that a little bit.
Sorry?
I disagree with that a little bit.
Okay, so what do you disagree with?
Because I feel like, not to take it back to the negativity, but I mean, we are here to kind of air out issues, isn't it? I feel as though, with regards to work, if I'm doing something, as much as he is supportive, there's a current situation where I feel like you're being very unsupportive and he's kind of being an enemy of progress, if that makes sense. So I'm running a business, for example. I'm actually starting a company, a business, isn't it?
Is this a new business?
Yes, it is. And I've got someone doing my website and he's doing a fantastic job. We're halfway through. I've paid him fully, no refunds. And Paul liked it at first. And obviously now that he knows the guy, he no longer likes the work and he kind of wants me to stop working with him.
What?
With no explanation.
What is the reason that you're not happy?
Yeah, what?
I've had a look at the site. This is my field, by the way. Personally, I feel like right now I make the best, right? Initially, Chom and I did have a discussion about her business, what she wants to do.
This is weird as hell. This is strange to me because we were good before.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now you have an issue with the person I want to work with.
Maybe he
the
looked
person
better
creating
than
my website, the person that's going to help me put my business out there. Yeah, no. For me, I don't understand. We haven't had a discussion. He really doesn't want to tell me what the problem is. So I'm not going to just stop working with this guy. You have to get over it.
You know, I've worked with, you know, a number of different influencers, people that she knows, people that she doesn't know. And we've had successful outcomes, which is why, you know, she's spoken to me about her business. Now, the only thing is, at the time when she approached me to deal with it, she wasn't fully prepared. And what I mean by that is, you know, if you want a website done, you can't really just work based off an idea. You need the content, you need the pictures, you need the framework.
Which you could have helped me with.
No, 100%. But at the same time, that's something that you'd have to ask for. So you can't really ask for number 5 if you need number 1, 2, 3, 4. If you said, babe, can you help me with the idea? Can you help me with the photos? I've got connections with a lot of people that do all of these things. So I feel like I could definitely help Choma in this way better than the person that's currently helping her.
You're saying that now because you don't want me to work with this person. So I have spoken to Paul about it. I've asked for help many, many times.
Yeah.
I don't know if he thought I wasn't serious, but it was only until I went out to find someone myself and found this fantastic guy. I have no complaints whatsoever. Yes, Paul does websites, but he's never offered once to help me.
At the end of the day, Choma knows what I do in terms of my IT business. It's well established. I have a good number of very decent high net worth clients and my work is quite professional. So for her to kind of go to another person, it kind of doesn't really make sense to me. Like, you have a whole partner in the house that's willing to do the most for you.
Oh, please.
But you're then going to another person. There's no excuse you can give me.
And what was the reason that you think that he's not happy with this?
The only reason why.
I have no idea. I literally have no idea because we both liked the work. Well, we liked it at first. Now Paul doesn't like it. He thinks he can do a better job. I'm quite happy we're not working together.
It's because
I feel like it
it's a man and he probably look good.
So
That's
I'm good on this side. But he has tantrums almost every day with regards to me working with this guy.
And he mad.
Do you have particular issue with the person, or is it just what you've just explained?
You know, at the end of the day, from a professional standpoint, the work is of a decent standard, I'd say. However, the person doing the work isn't actually that professional.
To who?
Exactly.
I'm working with him. He's very professional. He's never like I'm in a professional relationship with this guy, and my work is fantastic.
Oh, babe.
So.
She asked me the question, can I?
But you don't work. How would you know him?
She asked me the question, can I answer the question?
No, but you're answering the question. Ideally, should be posed at me because I know this guy.
She asked me the question, so can I answer the question?
Okay.
Okay.
Am I right?
I did ask Paul whether he had a
Paul does not
particular
know this
issue.
guy. According to me, do you know him?
I know.
You know him? How do you know him?
I don't know. You don't worry about that. But the point I'm trying to get to.
What do you mean
from
don't
a
worry
professional
about
perspective,
it?
Okay. You know, look. At the end of the day, if I asked you for advice about makeup, I'd kind of take your advice.
Okay, but I would always explain why I'm giving you a specific advice.
Thank you.
No, that is the point
you have
because
the experience and you have, you know, the network expertise. Does it
So in
make
other
sense?
words, you tell me what to do and I just do it.
Well, if I have the experience and the expertise, it kind of makes sense.
No, I'm sorry, that doesn't run with me. If you want me to do something, then explain it properly. As far as I'm concerned, you're probably jealous of the work that he's doing.
Exactly.
Or you don't want me to finish off this business.
I'd love for you to finish the business.
Then who's going to do my website?
No, wait. However, you know, with this guy, like...
He's jealous.
Do you think that this could be something to do with you both having different views on life in particular?
He's just a difficult person. Honestly, I'm tired of this shit. I'm so sorry.
Okay, do you know what? Okay, let's do it like this. All right. Now, with this guy, right, I've never mentioned this before, but look, we're here now. There's a lot happening. I think it kind of makes sense.
Turn around.
This guy was a best friend to my ex. Hey, you know, Mr. Nice Guy, hey, I'll pick you up, I'll drop you off. You know, I'll do this for you, just as a friend. But then it turns out that once my ex and I have broken up, he was actually...
What?
Seeing her.
Oh, right.
After, by the way. So, you know, if this same guy is then trying to follow my tracks and trying to keep up, I don't think I'd want to see a deja vu anytime
That's a sad story. Thing is, I feel like it says a lot about your ex than it does the guy. Yeah? So don't compare me.
So you want to defend him?
I'm not defending. I don't know him like that.
Exactly.
What I'm trying to say is, if that's what you've been hiding from me, it's too late now, babe. We're past halfway. I've fully paid him. So that means he has to stay on. If you said this at the beginning, fair enough. He's gotten his money. We're halfway through. He understands my vision. I'm sorry. It's late now. If that's the reason, you should have told me before.
Exactly.
All this time, you knew who was making my website. You didn't want to let me know. You didn't want to bring me in on how you know. Anyway, because that's his insecurity. He's kind of imposing that on me right now. You didn't want to tell me before, so kind of keep it, deal with it, because it's too late. At the end of the day, like, I've paid this guy. He has my money, and he's going to make my website. This guy probably has a crush on you, like he keeps following you and your girls, but I would never step out on you. He's been professional with me, and that's how I'm going to keep it.
Period.
Because that's ridiculous. Imagine that. You're just telling me now.
Exactly.
It's pointless telling her, basically.
It's not 100%. Pointless because you should have told her from the beginning.
As a result of what he's just said,
I'm not changing.
Can you understand that he may feel a bit uncomfortable?
I can now, but it's too late. He could have expressed that before. This is your problem. So now that you've expressed it, when my website is almost finished, I should now leave the guy.
Well, if I make websites and I can make it...
I don't want you to make my website. I've been asking you for 3 years. You've been knowing about this. You've never offered once. Now that I've finally done it, you want to offer because this guy was sleeping or dating your ex, whatever the situation is. I don't care about that, babe. I won't sleep with him. So if that's your worry, leave it. It's fine. We're not going to do that.
Okay. Do you think we can put this bit to rest now?
Please.
Paul?
Do you think it should be?
We spoke in a previous session about trust scenarios. And I think you both agreed that you do trust each other. Taking that mindset on board, trusting Shoma to do the right thing, there shouldn't be an issue.
Exactly. Obviously, I'm not insecure, like, come on, look at me. But at the same time, you know, with the guy, like, when you know there's those slimy type of guys, you know those guys, those boys, if you know, you know. And he's one of those guys, whether he sees this or not, he knows that we know who he is. And a person like that, to be fair, you need to keep them away from your partner.
But she
you
could trust her, so
where
she said she's not
where we
gonna
are
cheat.
right now, we're trying to work on our own thing. We don't need that type of energy around us.
I don't like the fact that Christina feels like it's appropriate to message you at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. And that suggests to me that it's not a platonic friendship.
Exactly.
Does Christina, hold on,
Wait, we're not gonna do that. Wait, when your friend needed you at 1 a.m. and didn't you go and buck him on, am I lying?
That's a different situation.
How? It's pretty similar. I was talking about timings.
That's my boy best friend.
Fam, we're talking about timings, right?
Christina is a new person. You know Jason.
Wait, it's not in real life. It's an app.
Listen.
It's not like
Wait, hold on.
Seeing the girl like, raw, what's going on?
Okay, now you're
Twist one at a time, please.
Okay, so he is addressing a situation whereby my boy best friend, who he knows very well, Jason, called me at 1 a.m. in the morning in hysterics. I went over to his house. Jamel seemed to have an issue with that, but it's not the same.
Wait,
you met Christina off Clubhouse. You don't know anything about Christina. Why is she
I'm not
messaging
going to
you?
meet Christina, though.
Okay, the fact is you're too comfortable. Does Christina even know you have a girlfriend?
Fam, everyone knows I've got a girlfriend. Like, what's your issue?
Oh, yeah? Christina knows?
Of course.
So if she's even more disrespectful, I should have a word at this point.
Gosh, you just, Yeah, Christina messaged me at whatever time it was, like, that's not my doing. She's messaging me, like, I can't fault her. Like,
could tell her.
She works better at night. I don't know.
You could tell her. You could tell her.
For me
You could
personally,
tell
like,
her.
there should be no issue. Deborah should have no issue. I'm not responding back, so...
You could tell her.
How long have you been aware of this Christina being around?
I would say ever since he downloaded the app.
Wait, what? Wait, you've not even been on the app for, like, what, over a month? What are you talking about?
I haven't seen Christina's name pop up
What, on my phone or on Clubhouse?
a lot. I don't keep up with you on Clubhouse. I don't really care about what you do on
Wait,
Clubhouse.
don't lie.
I don't like that app, so I don't really care what you do
But you
on
constantly,
Clubhouse.
you constantly spy out on my TTOs.
However, I've seen Christina popping up probably for, let's be, do you want me to be specific?
Yeah, go on, might as well.
I've seen Christina pop up for about 3 months now. I've been seeing Christina's name. Yes, why are you confused?
I think you're overdoing it.
No, 3 months, Denise, that's the answer to your question.
And as far as you're aware, he hasn't actually met this Christina in real life.
The thing is, I don't really care whether he's met or not. The point is, you're messaging her. I mean, she's messaging you at inappropriate times. If it's not Christina, then it's Becky. If it's not Becky, then it's another client. Like, girls all the time. I'm always having issues with Jamel, his phone, and girls combined. And Clubhouse, sorry, let's add that.
Let's throw the whole man
the
away.
other people that she's just spoken about, they're all part of your business?
Clientele. Like, same clientele that makes money, that pays for our stuff. I don't get it. Like, what is your issue with me and women?
All right, cool. I'm going to ask you this.
Go on.
When Christina messaged you at 1 a.m. in the morning,
Yeah.
what did she say?
Talking about our next show. You asked me a question and I didn't start about it.
So,
What's your issue?
so that couldn't wait till the next day?
What, I should respond the next day, or she could have messaged me at... Listen, I have no control of her messaging me at 1 a.m. That's not my business. She messaged me. What can I do?
Jamal, what did you and Christina discuss at 1 a.m.?
Oh, my days. Didn't I just tell you? I did not stutter. We was talking about the show.
Okay, let me see the text. I want to see the text.
I have a question for you, Jamal.
I ain't gonna see my phone.
It's true, you can't decide on somebody else contacting you, but you can make a decision as to whether or not you reply.
Thank you.
So with that thought in your mind, was it the right thing to do, replying at that time of night?
If I'm gonna be honest, I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. It doesn't really matter about the time. Like, I'm just messaging back. It's quick.
Denise, I'm so sorry, but for me, it's the I don't think anyone's understanding me here. The question is, why is she comfortable to message him at 1 a.m.? Whether he's replying or not, I don't like the fact that when I'm chilling with Jamel, another girl who I don't know is messaging his phone. That is the problem. And that's why I've asked to see the text message, because I don't believe it's a platonic friendship, full stop.
And just explain how that makes you feel to Jamal when somebody does that.
Well, I think it makes you seem untrustworthy. It makes you seem shady. It makes it seem like you're doing something that you shouldn't.
But how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel annoyed. It makes me feel like he doesn't respect me as his girlfriend.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like, you know, I don't have a partner that I can trust. And that's actually not right. If Jamel was to ask to look through my phone, I'll give it to him without hesitation because there's nothing on there that I need to hide. But when it's the other way round, Jamel is always shaking. Like, it's actually a problem.
Listen, I'm not going to go based on your hypothesis, this, that, and that. Listen, concrete evidence, I'm telling you right now, you don't need to look through my phone.
Concrete evidence, I want to look through your phone.
Listen,
Are you happy to let her see your phone?
It's my property. I have no reason to give her my phone.
Jamel, right here, right now, we're actually going to look through your phone today. Like, Denise.
Wait.
I'm gonna, no, hold on. I'm going to get out my phone.
Man.
What's my password? Unlock this thing.
What are you doing?
No, because today...
Just put away your phone. Like,
no.
What are you doing?
Jamel, hold on, because I've actually had enough of this now. We're actually going to look through your phone today, because you just do too much. Denise, I'm going to put my phone here.
Gosh.
Ooh, do the same. Jamel, do the same. Listen, it's very simple. If you have nothing to hide, place your phone on the table and we can all look at it together. That's
Period.
Just it. If you have nothing to hide, if you're not hiding anything, if you say you are where you are, if you say you're training or doing what you're doing, let's all look at your phone together. Me, you, Denise. Let's go.
Jamel, are you willing to put your phone there?
She can do that.
He's not.
Wait.
And that's why you haven't even reached for your phone in your pocket.
Why should I reach
Put
for
your
my
phone on the table. You're actually
Denise?
pissing me off now.
You're not going to emasculate me in front of the cameras. No way. Putting my phone on the table. I don't know what man is going to even do that. Like, you're just asking for too much. Like, trying to embarrass me in front of the cameras. What are you doing? What do you want? I'm going to be honest.
I need to see the last 3 text messages in your phone. And you can do the same to me. So you're not going to bring out your phone?
No.
So you're not going to bring out your phone?
No.
Hey, Denise, I'm so sorry, but I can't do this because it's getting too much now. It's getting too much now. Okay? Okay, I'm actually tired of this session now. Like, I thought we were going to do things differently. Bring out your phone at home, you can't bring it out. I'm now asking you to bring it out in the session. If you've got nothing to hide, then show me. I'm tired, so I'm leaving. This is a waste of my time. Clearly, Jamel doesn't want to speak to the therapist or get through things, so I'm not doing it anymore.
Okay, Jamel, it's obviously a very serious problem for Deborah.
Yeah, I guess so. I think that was just a bit childish. I feel like she's just kind of blowing.
Put it this way, how would you feel if you weren't able to access her phone at any time and look at what she's got on her phone?
But that's the thing, I don't feel like I even have to be in that situation.
Jamal, this obviously is a huge problem for Deborah. And you couldn't find it in yourself to let her see those messages.
I feel like it's a bit too much. Like,
wow.
Like,
girl.
Just even stuff like that. Like, forcing me to put my phone on the table to satisfy. That shouldn't be necessary.
How do you feel about the way she's reacting to Christina?
A little bit over the top. Like, I've explained to her that there's nothing to actually worry about.
He's lying.
I might be reading this wrong, but your body language kind of says to me that you're worrying about something yourself.
I wouldn't...
I mean, you do know that, you know, I'm not on anyone's side. I'm just here to
I definitely get that. I just feel... like, moments like this is almost like make and break. I just don't know how she may react to what I have to say to her.
What's she going to react to?
Well...
You have been involved with this Christina.
Christina's not a problem. Like, I've never met Christina. Christina's just a friend. Like, we just communicate, obviously, over the phone and through Clubhouse, but never seen each other, no.
So you've got nothing to worry about?
Jamel.
Or have you?
Jamel looks stressed.
I trust Choma.
Jamel looks so
However,
stressed.
I feel like her views on certain things, differ from mine, right?
Jamel looks stressed.
Okay, let me give you an example, right? So when Choma and I first started seeing each other, you know.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. We're not having this conversation. No, because I'm so bored of this conversation, babe. What are you talking about?
For real.
This is ridiculous. What are you on about? Are you literally about to narrate the whole thing to her?
It's a 1 minute story.
Let him have his voice.
This is so embarrassing. Because anyway.
There's no need to be embarrassed.
Okay, that's fine. Go on.
So, Paul, if you would, just let us know what
I
you're going to say.
You know, there's no talking. Look, it's just me and you.
So before coming here, Paul decided not to bring up certain things because, of course, we don't want to put all of our relationship issues out there. I feel like Paul's digging at something. I don't necessarily want to talk about things that we've buried. He keeps going back to, when we first met and how we first started. I feel like he's hurt, of course, and he's trying to hurt me back.
Look, let me break this down, right? Okay. So we started seeing each other, butterflies, birds, whistles, bees, cool. Now at this time, right, we weren't active. However, we were pillow talking and we were dating, going out, eating and stuff, and we were basically having conversations to kind of say to each other, okay, do you know what? This is what we both want. We're both on the same page. We're both on the same frequency, you know? You know when you're in that mode and you know that this person's going to be yours, okay? Now, it turns out that later on, I realized that during that time, she was active with someone else.
Yes. I was sleeping with someone else, okay? What's the problem?
Exactly.
Was this a boyfriend?
This was an ex, so let me explain the situation to you because he is just clearly confused. When I met Paul, I had an ex whom I was sleeping with because I wasn't prepared and ready to sleep with Paul, okay? I think a lot of women do this. We date many people and we stay in our comfort zone until we're ready to leave. I, for one, never stepped out on Paul. Does that make sense? When we were talking, only until we started dating exclusively did I stop sleeping with this person. So, and we're not even boyfriend and girlfriend. So we decided, okay, I'm going to take you serious, you're going to take me serious. Then I cut him off. But before that, yes, I was having sex. Okay, what's the issue? I'm never going to apologize for that because I did nothing wrong.
Babe, do you really want to take it there?
Yes. Yeah, I'm taking it there. It's not my fault he fell in love before I fell in love. We met and he feels like I should just drop everyone because of you. I didn't even know you then properly. What do you do when you pillow talk? You get to know people, right? That's what you and I were doing. And when I had concluded on Paul, I dropped everyone else off. I dropped this guy that we're talking about, that you're still talking about 3 years on. This is embarrassing. I've never stepped out on him. I've never cheated. So why'd you keep bringing this up? And if you're using this, thinking I'm going to sleep with this, what's his name? Whoever's doing my website, then you're insulting me. As far as I'm concerned, this is an insult.
Okay. All right. You wanted to take it there, so...
Tell me, Paul, this scenario that's just come up and the website...
It clearly still bothers him.
Is this evoking those feelings of vulnerability that you felt when you found out that Shoma was
she should have never told
sleeping
him.
with her ex when you first met?
I never said I was vulnerable.
So why do you keep bringing it up?
Exactly.
No, it's a topic
Why
of
is it
conversation.
affecting you? No, it's not. It's irrelevant. No one asked you to go back there. You brought up a situation that happened when we met, not even when we started dating. When we met.
Do you really want to do this?
I'm doing it. What are you talking about? I'm having this conversation. I'm ready to be open. I was sleeping with my ex when I met Paul. When we started dating, that situation had been locked off. So tell me where there was a mix and where I cheated on him or stepped out on him.
I'll tell you.
Please.
So, Denise, you for example, right? Let's say you meet a guy, right? Talking to the guy, going out for drinks, going out to eat, staying in each other's space, right?
You're dating.
You both like each other. You're both seeing each other over a period of time, but you're not active with the person. No reason. Within that time, do you plan to be active with another person? And if you are active with another person, is that in any way beneficial to what you're trying to do?
I hope that this game.
I really don't think you can put me in this equation.
Thank you.
I'm not putting you in, it's just an example.
Because the way I run my life is irrelevant to...
I know, but I'm just, out of curiosity, just think about.
Paul, babe, I didn't know you. Now we can discuss those if something like that comes, you have every right to be upset. Then you were a stranger to me. Yes, you were a stranger to me. We were getting to know each other. I didn't know you. I had no loyalties to you. Yeah, that's just what it is.
Those are facts. Those are facts.
One of you might have fallen for the other one.
Exactly, that's what happened.
Love at first sight. This one was head over heels before I even decided to take him seriously, clearly. Because that's what it is, babe. Okay. How can you take me serious on the first date? What the hell?
Let's put it like this, right? I know what's happening here. Basically, this is what happens.
His ego is being ruined.
And this is what I get for being the nice guy. So just to break that down, so 8 years from now, I'm going to be 40.
People fall in love on the first date.
You know, there's certain things that I'd like to have in place. There's certain things that I already have. We don't need to go into that, we know. But, you know, things that I want to have in place, you know, stability, relationship-wise, marriage, kids, all the good stuff. I believe Choma can give that to me. But at the same time, with the mentality that she has right now,
what mentality?
I don't know that
You sound like you're talking a whole bunch of
Well, that's your loss. If you don't plan on marrying me, I don't know who the hell's gonna put up with you.
So I feel like, you know, if a girl is serious about a relationship, and she wants to have a long-term partner, if she has focus in her life, she will focus on one man. If you're speaking to multiple guys, then you're not focused. If you take yourself seriously, you'd put all of your energy into the right place, you'd pray also, and you'd move forward. It's as simple as that.
Actually, it's a really good point that maybe at this time, you should both talk about what your ultimate goals for each other or with each other are. I mean, he's just mentioned marriage, children, lifelong partner. Is that how you see the future?
I suggested therapy. I know that we've got a lot of issues that we need to work on, and if we don't get help, this is going to fall apart. So, of course, I want this to last. Of course, I want to work things out with Paul. Do I love Paul? Yes. Do I feel as though he loves me? Yes, but there's a lot of work that can still be done. I see a future with him. But if you don't see a future with me because my mindset is off...
I never said that. Of course I see a future with you.
Okay, then we have nothing to discuss then.
And we don't need to be here then.
Leave that in the... No, we do, because we have a lot of things we need to solve. But leave that situation in the past. Like, I don't want to hear about it anymore. I'm not apologizing to you because I did nothing wrong. So leave it in the past.
Don't.
But can I just remind everybody that relationships are hard work.
Exactly.
If it was easy, you wouldn't see people getting divorced. To make a relationship work takes commitment, time, thought, and energy. It just doesn't happen. There are very few relationships that are without issues. And that's because people work through the issues. And if you're both prepared to work together, then you could have a great future.
Yeah.
But you have to try and be on the same page,
exactly.
At least.
Okay, well, I'm willing to do that at the end of the day. For me, it's not... It's just... I just need him to hear what I'm saying. That's literally my issue with him. That he doesn't listen, or he finds what I'm saying. He looks at it as nonsense. I'm willing to work things out, Paul. Paul gives me headache.
Are you willing to work towards a joint goal?
I'm here.
True.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, well, let's hope so.
Okay, I'm just going to suggest that we just take a 5-10 minute break.
For real.
And then we'll come back in and review some of the things that we have spoken about. All right? Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, man, and I need a break.
moves on. I finally asked him, I put him on the spot and I was like, okay, cool, let's tell, like, Denise is the therapist that we're speaking to. I said, okay, cool, let's tell Denise, let's in front of Denise, both of us, let's just, like, show each other our phones. This guy was like, no, I'm not showing you your phone, I'm not showing my phone. He's actually taking the piss out of my life. Like, I don't get why he called me here to be stupid. Like, it's therapy, you just have to answer the question. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
He's actually acting really dumb. Like, I actually can't deal. I feel like leaving. I actually stormed out, can you imagine? I actually stormed out, yeah, because it's like, you're actually embarrassing me. So yeah, I stormed out and now I'm just like downstairs, chilling. I don't know if I'm gonna go back up because I'm actually genuinely pissed off.
Oh my days. See, Deborah, you don't need this headache, you know.
I actually don't. He's actually annoying.
You seriously don't need this headache.
So childish, honestly.
I told you not to do it. You shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, I know, you're right, you know. You're actually right. I don't know, whatever, like, it is what it is, but... jarring, absolutely jarring.
Very jarring.
For me, talking to Denise, it made me realise that I was just messing up with Deborah, and the fact that she was talking about Christine and other girls, I guess, allowed me to kind of just be distracted and defend myself. But that's not the real reason why I brought her here today. Yeah, Christina's nothing to worry about. That's 100% facts. But I almost feel like I'm thinking about what I'm going to say to Deborah.
Well, don't worry about what you're going to say to Deborah at the moment. Worry about, just get it off your chest. Just, you know, something is bothering you. I'm all ears.
Hello?
I'm not saying that she's too hard to, like, maintain and deal with, but yeah, as I was saying, Christina isn't the one to worry about.
So if Christina isn't the one to worry about...
Then who is?
Is there somebody to worry about?
Thank you. Come on, spit it out.
It's a simple answer, yes or no.
If I'm going to have to be honest with myself, yeah, Christina isn't the one to worry about, as I mentioned. But it is someone that Deborah actually knows, crazy enough. They've met. It's my ex.
Your ex?
Yeah.
So what happened? The minute you get it off your chest, it's a step in the right direction.
I guess so. I guess that's pretty much why I feel so guilty when I speak to Deborah. I'm not able to translate particular things because I'm holding it on my chest.
And what exactly happened? You haven't said.
So yeah, me and my ex, obviously Deborah knows me and my ex, we train together. Like, why I train her, I should say. Obviously, normally it's virtual. But there must have been a time where we decided to change up a little bit. Where we met face to face. I guess after this session, things felt a bit different, I guess. Like, yeah.
And you took things further?
Yeah, we had a conversation in the car for about, give or take 4 hours or so.
4 hours.
Well, let me put it this way. Whatever happened in that car, would you be comfortable with Deborah doing the same thing with somebody else in a car?
No.
No. I think the best question for me to ask now is, are you prepared to tell Deborah today about this scenario?
You know how she just acted a few seconds ago, thinking about a particular person. Like, I think this will definitely break her if I told her it was my ex. Especially her trust in the fact that we trained together, or I trained her. And you know how it kind of hits when it's somebody that you've dealt with in the past?
But I think she'd respect the fact that you're actually being honest with yourself and with her. Shall we get her back in?
gonna have to give me a moment.
Okay.
And I don't know how me and Deborah are honestly gonna recover from this. Like, me knowing Deborah, like how much we've kind of been through, like our whole relationship. It's been great, but there has been times where it's sloped. Like, I don't know how we're gonna recover from this.
It was subtle, but it was a lot of information. Wow, is all I have to say. I said it. He's a cheater. He is a cheater. You know, it's sad. You know, based on how he behaved, Jamel, like, you know, being defensive. I mean, that's the #1 giveaway. When a man is being defensive, girl, red flag. Oh my gosh. And I feel like Paul needs to just let the past stay in the past. That's what I feel like he should do. I agree with his girlfriend. She is right. I wouldn't apologize for something that happened in the past. That's before they even became a couple. So I really feel like he needs to just let the past stay in the past. You know, let the past stay in the past. It's the past. Let it stay where it's at. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate the love. Please remember to like and subscribe. Also, spread positivity.